best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Hopefully it's not too much internet lag delay. But I'm here to talk about From Season 2, Episode 8. Another fire episode from the show on MGM Plus, also known as Epics. It's a great series, something new and fresh, similar to the show Lost, I guess, but with a twist because it has the monsters. And everybody that's probably tuning in tonight is already familiar with the show and what it's about. Now, this last episode 8, man, that was a good episode, on par with the rest of the show. Before I get into it and break it down, let me give a shout out to my girl Gina, my sister from another mister. Take care. She out there working hard on the grind. So, be safe out there, sis. And I'll catch you on next time. And as far as the show, man, another good episode. We had a couple questions this episode kind of answered, but we got some new questions right on the back end as soon as we kind of got a little bit of answers. So, what I'm going to do is break it on down, give a couple of my theories and thoughts about the episode, and, have a good time like we always do. So I appreciate everybody for coming through, and I got a couple new things that I'm working on. So one of the new things is that when I'm going to go live, I might have to, after the live is over, the video may not be public for a while. So it's going to be important to start coming to the lives. Not a long time, maybe a few hours or so, or a day at the most. But that's not because of anything other than editing reasons and other things behind the scenes. So nothing to do with anything, viewers or any of that. But it'd be better to come live. At least you can check it out and don't have to wait a little bit while things is processing and doing things in the back end of what I got going on. So anyway, let's get into it. Before I do, give a shout out to a couple of my people in the building. My girl Rashonda, what's up, sis? Rashonda been riding with the channel for years. I appreciate you. And my man Dame Kenny, one of the J1s, been here for a minute. I appreciate you, my brother, for coming through and all the support on the channel. All right. Now, as far as episode 8 for From, man, we learned a little bit more about Slicky Vicky, a.k.a. Victor. I feel sad for Victor, man. Damn, man. Victor been through a lot. He's traumatized, and it's easier to see now why he's still a little boy inside. Hold on, I need a little juice box. All right. We also see that when it came down to it, Kenny had Boyd 6. I peeped that. I don't know if anybody peeped that. And Jim need his head bust getting old Randall worked up. And it's time to break it on down. So the episode start off with Kenny talking with his mama, and then the phone rang. Now, one thing that was being said on that phone, he kind of ignored it and hung up, and the first thing I thought is, man, they called the wrong damn house. So the phone rang, and this dude don't want to listen to what's being said, and what was being said, if I heard it correct, this is my first reaction, I only saw it once, but he was trying to tell him something, like, I could barely hear it, but it was saying something to the effect of, like, leave something alone or stay out or something. I don't know. If anybody heard it, let me know in the comments what they were saying. But it definitely did not sound like it was just some gibberish. It wasn't no telemarketer. So I don't know why the hell he hung up like that. It took too damn long to answer the phone to begin with. So he acted like it was a crank call. Anyway, we see that now Freddy Krueger's entered the town. You got the body and I got the dreams. What I mean by Freddy is that we see now they getting attacked in their dreams. Kenny was having a dream. He thought it was real. It looked real. And he was talking with his mom, and then a bug jumped on his arm, and he knocked it off. But when he woke up, the mark from the bug was there. His mama woke him up. He was having a bad dream, and when he looked, the burn from the bug, a cicada, was still on his arm. So it's like, Freddy's back, bitch. So now they got to worry about when they go to sleep, they can be affected. And this is something new that didn't happen until they killed that monster. Now, is it related? I don't know. We saw that Jim is now working with old nutcase Randy, bus boy. He got the bus boy charged up, working with this damn drone, trying to hook up the antenna. But the drone wasn't able to fly but so far, go up so high. Now, I was wondering, is it because of the weight, carrying all that stuff? I mean, that drone was kind of flimsy. It wasn't like it was a high-powered drone. Or was something artificially limiting the drone from going any higher? It did look like that was lower than some of those houses. Definitely looked like it was lower than the Colony House. So maybe not. I don't know, but that was a little theory that I had right there. Is that drone being limited artificially by some type of glass ceiling or some type of artificial ceiling? It's a little theory. I don't know. Is it something, or was it because of the weight? I'm not sure. But the one thing that Jim messed up is that he really doesn't know too much about bus boy Randy. And he didn't tell him about the radio, but in a way, you got him all hyped up with this antenna, and then starting this conspiracy theory talk. You got a regular young Alex Jones on the bus over here. And so it seems as if by giving him credence and talking to Randy, he got Randy worked up into his theory and believing that maybe somebody in the town is in on the madness. Maybe somebody in the town is setting them all up. And he doesn't realize how big of a mistake he's making, at least with the people he's choosing. And he's gotten into Jim's head just as much as Jim has gotten into his head. And they think that they're going to be able to go home, and that one of their theories or plans may work, and they're not realizing the repercussions of what they're doing. And what they ended up doing after talking is decide, let's go talk to Sarah, because he put into Jim's head that maybe Sarah ain't so innocent. Maybe Sarah killed her brother, or because he was going to say something, you know, and he's saying maybe they're taking each other out, or maybe they didn't actually die. He's saying, did you physically see someone get killed? But Jim been there long enough to know that this is real. And he let Randy, busboy, get in his head talking about at the house, did you actually see him get killed? I mean, Jim knows this is real, and he's not stopping him with his theories. And I don't know what makes him think that this could have somebody in it. I know Jim put that in his head, that this could be some type of experiment. And so it's kind of Jim's fault that Busboy is doing what he's doing now, which is interrogating people, threatening people. And we saw at the end what he did, which is set Donna up saying, I just want to talk, and then had her stuck to a tree, getting ready to burn her at the bonfire or stab her, ready to kill Donna. And it's a good thing Jim did come and see, because it might have been a little too late, too little too late, if he would have delayed any longer. So we'll see what happens with that. But Busboy definitely on that tweak tip, and Jim is responsible for putting that battery in his back. Now, I believe Busboy, Randy, is going to have to get taken out. I don't think that he's going to make it out of that forest alive after tying Donna up and pretty much threatening her life. And in order for this to be okay with Jim and his family and Donna and everybody, he's probably going to have to save Donna's life, and they're going to have to take Busboy out. Whether they leave him hanging outside and they get in the RV, because he was about to leave Donna tied to a tree and then let her get ate? So that's not going to be acceptable, and they're going to have to do something to get him out. And the way he's acting, and he got the knife. I got the knife. Please. He going to have to take him out or do something, so we'll see. But, conspiracy boy, because that's his dude, that conspiracy dude, Alex Jones. Alex Jones is tripping hard, and Jim does have something to do with that. Shout out to the NBA Finals, Miami and Denver, 73-75, trying to hang in there. Anyway, we see Sarah getting on my damn nerves in this episode. Why don't she sit her ass down somewhere? Talking about, I want to go and be in the woods. Give me an amulet and I'll go leave. And she thinking she going to be helpful. And then at least she wasn't walking around too much. But she, I think, is forgetting you on house arrest. You ain't got freedom to just do what you want to do. Sit your ass down, talking about you bored. That's called prison. You want some excitement? I can put you in the box. Anyway, we see Jay has this chaos theory, and he's thinking that all this stuff, if anything goes wrong or whatever, that, a butterfly flap his wings here, then this happens there or whatever. So he's trying to figure out and make sense of what's going on just as much as everybody else. And I can't remember who said it in the comments, but shout out to who said it in the comments last week, that because remember Victor said that somebody went crazy and killed a lot of people. Jay may have that little crazy juice one day. He may act up. He already a little strange. And the way he was coming at Victor in this episode, I mean, I get it. It's a lot of frustration, and he walking around and mumbling and stuff. And Jade, I don't know why nobody, especially Jade, is not getting this. This dude been here since he was a kid. His family, his mother, everybody is gone. Look how old he is. Where can he go? What, he gonna go work at Walmart? Talking about, don't you want to go home? I am home. So, I don't know, man. My theory with that, if anybody could be in on it, it would be Victor. But I don't think he is. Don't get me wrong. Especially after today seeing more of his backstory. Maybe I would have thought he might have had something to do with it had we not saw a little bit more of his backstory. which was very sad and heartbreaking. We saw that when he was a child, his mom locked him and his little sister. He had a sister in the little cellar to protect him and said, don't come out till morning, while a bunch of stuff was going on. And the next thing you know, we see the sister run out the damn door. Mommy, I want to be with you. And of course, now we see why Victor's all by himself. And it was very sad and traumatic, because when he was talking with Jim's wife, he was saying he can't remember, he don't want to remember some of the things that happened, but the bitches might. The bitches might remember. And so he had a secret stash in the little car junkyard. And when he popped the trunk, he had all these pictures of what happened. And one of the pictures that was interesting was the tower that Boyd was in. And that's why these people need to start talking, man. They need to communicate, because they could possibly put some stuff together. And he said, that's where my mom went to save the children. So we see that mama went there. Somehow, some way, she didn't come back. And that it was children needing saving. Now, we don't know exactly what's going on with those stones. We do know that Boyd found them in the woods, but who placed them there? Somebody had to put them there, so it could have been somebody from Victor's time period, or maybe they didn't have them. I don't know. But it is interesting to see how much he has lost and how long he has been there. He's been destroyed by that place. There's nothing he can do, nowhere he can go. And even though Jade and, Jim's wife ended up going to that cave and investigating a little bit of the tunnels, I don't think that's going to be a way out. So I don't know what they may do. Maybe they should start a fire in them tunnels or something and burn them damn things out, or go in there in the daytime and go kill them. I don't know. We'll see. One of the other things that I noticed in this episode is Ellis. Ellis is healed very well, very fast. And we saw that those worms inside that body of the monster, which they should have never brought in the house, let alone doing the autopsy in the house. They should have did that outside to begin with, or in a separate building that they didn't need. But we saw that they turned into what? Cicadas. There was a whole bunch of stuff in there, so turning into some type of bugs. So I don't know what's going on with Freddy in the dreams, coming for him in the dreams. But those bugs, and I mean, we saw Junkie Girl tweaking, and they like something going on downstairs. Man, I would have got the hell out of that building. They were still just sitting in there chilling. But when Boyd went to investigate, Kenny had that 6, boy. He said, Kenny, go upstairs. I got this. Kenny, the balls didn't drop now after he done got rid of the badge. So, one thing that is getting on my damn nerves with Jim is, why does he keep talking about that damn radio and the voice on the radio and not acknowledging it could have been one of those monsters? They can talk. It knew that your wife was digging in the basement. Why is he not putting that as a possibility? He's putting all this faith into this damn radio, not realizing you could be calling the wrong folks. All right? You need to chill. What's up, Young Slim in the building? What's up, bro? How you feeling? I appreciate it. Dame Kenny, that's right. I want the knife. You better wipe that booger off your shirt before it freezes. You might cut yourself. bleed to death. It'd be pretty bad. You know, be careful. Wipe that book off. Tajur, good evening to you as well. How are you? Miss Jocelyn, hey, how you doing, Miss Jocelyn? Hope everything is all good. You say, hey, Jay, missing you, but I think of you every morning when I drink my coffee from the mug you sent me. Thanks always. Aww. And that's what it's all about. See, that's a beautiful thing right there. Warm my heart. And that's why, truthfully, I like to do the merch. It's because it's a reminder, not another way to try to make money or sell stuff. All the stuff is so cheap on my stuff that I don't even make money. But, like I say, that was sweet, and thank you. And let's go on to the rest of this. Continuing, we see that when Ethan, who I just can't wait for Ethan to die. I know that sound bad. Ethan gonna be the next Victor. You see how nerdy he is and how little of life he knows, and he gonna be stuck there at that such a young age, lose his family, lose his sister, lose Victor, everybody dead, and then 40 years later, what if he's Victor? Bam, bam, bam. That's a little theory right there. What if Ethan is Victor in some type of time loop, parallel type of thing? I don't know. I doubt it, because Victor remembers his life. But he could be Victor 2.0, and I wouldn't put that past what's happening, because look how young he is, and if they never get out, eventually he gonna outlive. I mean, if you look at traditional, I mean, there's no telling in life, really. A person can get cancer at any age and die before somebody. But without anything like that, he should probably outlive everybody in that town, since he's the youngest one. So we'll see. And the way Ellis healed, I don't know, man. He might got some of that act right juice up in him. Boyd might not have got it all out of him. So we'll see. One thing we did see is Jay is tired of the BS. And he went in on Vic. Tell me what's going on. And he was asking about the drawings in the tunnel. And Vic, I don't know. I don't remember. So I can see the frustration growing, and everybody want to go home. But like Victor say, he is home. Where would he go? His family is probably all dead and gone. If they not, they damn sure don't remember him. I mean, they remember his mama had a kid maybe, but he been gone so long, don't nobody know who he is, and ain't nothing he can do. So he's screwed. Just leave him there by himself. We did see Jim and Busboy go confront Sarah, asking her if her brother was still alive. I don't know if that was a good idea, but the one thing is when Donna walked in, the way she shut it down, Busboy was like, oh yeah, you think you all that, don't you? You like this. Think you in charge? I'm in charge. DJ, we in charge. You like that? That's what you thought? So right then, I had a suspicion dude is on something. And as we later saw, he was. Now, one of the things that he did say to Donna that was funny is he called her a toll booth operator. You ain't nothing but a toll booth operator. Damn. I ain't heard that one. So what she do? Collect change and let people pass? What? So he basically said she a fake ass rent-a-cop, I guess is how I took it or something. You know, one thing that I am with Jim about, and he should have never started this role with Busboy, is they going around accusing people, and that's just as bad, because then you create distrust. everybody pointing the finger at each other and start a civil war in the town. Jim could be starting the end of their demise by doing this, and if it infects everybody, the mentality of you in on it, no, you in on it, they can all either split and not talk to each other or kill each other. So, but they did have a plan, which I think is stupid, which is, he said, why do they always want the curtains drawn at night? Maybe we should look and see what's going on. Now, my theory for why they have the curtains drawn at night, based off what we saw, is that those things can be pretty convincing. Remember, in season 1, we saw that guy used to talk to the little cutie outside the window, and she was very convincing. She got game. They got that game. They got that pimp juice flowing through that body. That's what he took out. Pimp bones working in my body. So they already took that yellow pimp juice out of one of them. They got pimp juice in their body. They can play you, make you feel secure. We saw in, I think, the first or second episode, Granny was smooth enough to talk the little girl into opening the door. So I think that they're not understanding the depth of what they're dealing with. It's not to cover up the windows so that you don't see what's happening. It's so that you don't get persuaded and ate. So they may be what's next on the menu, and I don't know if this plan of theirs, where they're going to sit one in the bus, one in the trailer, is going to work. Now, we did see it was a change of plans when he kidnapped Donna. And if he think he going to leave her tied to that tree so the monsters can eat her and he watch it, no, that ain't going to work. That's an execution. So I think his days are numbered. I don't know. Jim is compromised. I don't know how well he can fight. But he better try to do something before Donna is next on the menu. You know what I'm saying? So now we see that damn voice. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but you all let me know what you think. Do you think that voice is one of the monsters, or is it somebody else? If you think the voice is a monster, put a 1V in the comments. If you think that voice could possibly be something else, put a 2V. All right. Me personally, I think the voice is the monsters. I do. So I don't know. Now, we did see Vic being nice to Ethan a little bit, but then he kind of being mean. He did give Ethan this little coat. And fat guy in little coat. And Ethan ended up finding an old toy. That's my toy. Let me see that. Oh, I haven't seen it in a long time. So, the toy that he found ended up being significant because wasn't that his sister's toy? Or her crayons or something to that effect. And so it brought back memories. And that's the thing, a lot of people with collectibles or things like that, it brings back that nostalgia. You remember this, you remember that. When you see something, it brings those memories flooding back. And we saw that's what happened with Vic. And it was really heartbreaking when he was at the car in his little stash spot. And he actually remembered the picture. Remember, it made me remember. So he did break down crying. It was sad, and that's just gotta be heartbreaking to live your entire life pretty much there. I mean, oh wow, that's just horrible. He didn't even know about the internet. There's so much stuff he doesn't know about in life that has happened. It's just so sad. So, I don't know. Now, we saw that he told Jay about that symbol. And Jim's wife said, why you tell him about that symbol? Because it seems that some of these people can't handle information properly, which goes to show that what Donna was saying about to Jim and about not saying stuff, she's right. Because a lot of these people can't handle information. And you'll get people riled up, and it could just be a bigger problem than they already got. They already got to worry about the monsters. They don't want to worry about each other as well. And, you know, we saw that Vic, I mean, he's probably still that little 10-year-old boy inside. I've said that before, that he's been stuck in that mindset. But we see that his mom kind of put that in him a little bit when she was saying stay here or whatever. And he never really grew up, because in a way we grow up going through school and time, and our interactions with other people our age and older people shape our identities. And by him never really interacting with people his own age, he kind of just stuck in that child mentality and never really snapped out of it, kind of, because of the trauma that he had suffered. So, and then the way that he deals with that trauma is blacking stuff out of his mind. But he say he'll write the pictures. The picture remember, but not me. So, I don't know, man. One thing that we see with Kenny is that he's starting to come around a little bit. And when Boyd was talking to Radio, a.k.a. Elgin, Radio, he almost drowned. You don't put a radio in the bathtub. What you doing? You know that's electricity, boy. Anyway, we see when he was talking to Radio that he said, you know, you can make a silver bullet. Make a silver bullet. So he did come up with a good idea. Dip them bullets in that Easter egg dye. Basically that yellow bile. He said we could dip it in there like Easter egg dye. Shoot one of them from a distance and see if it works. It actually wasn't that bad of a plan. I don't know if they'll have enough, you know, dip. Dip, baby, dip. I don't know if they got enough dip juice for taking out all the monsters, but it's worth a try. Dip it in there, and let's see what happens. Besides, they need to do something because they got a bug problem. They're going to have to call Orkin. We saw that at the end. Them damn cicadas was flapping, and it was getting loud. So, I don't know, man. They left out of the body of the monster. When they went downstairs, they saw them bugs and cicadas. And then when Boyd got busted by Donna, which she did have a good point. You was supposed to tell me this. You was just talking to me. You ain't telling me nothing. I'm telling you now. No, you got busted now. If you didn't get busted, you wouldn't be telling me now. And so, when they went, all the bugs was gone. So, and then they getting attacked in their dreams. It's just so much going on. I don't know, man. We know they can't shoot them bugs with them, you know, boo-boo bullets. Boo-boo bullets. So, one thing that tripped me out when Boyd and Kenny went downstairs to investigate what was going on in the basement, they didn't have their guns out, which I would have had my gun out already. He had his hand on the gun. Mine would have been out, and we wouldn't have been taking no chances. Even though those things can get shot and, you know, they could keep going, I would have did something slow it down, had a broomstick or something. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm good on the bugs. I'm good on the damn... I just sent Radio in there. Radio don't want to die. Radio, you was just in the bathtub. You almost got electrocuted. What you talking about? Radio don't know that. Anyway, Radio, I guess, gave up on trying to get him some coochie from Sarah. Well, that's crazy. I'm crazy, but not that crazy. Sarah ass need to go on somewhere. Miss T, you said Radio with no bike. My bike was on the bus. I was going to get a new bike, but the bus came here. Hey, what's up, Neek XO? How you doing? Yeah, toujours, that's what I said. Freddie's there. I'm back, bitch. Freddie in them dreams. So, you know, this episode, man, was tripped out because when Donna walked in, I don't know why they didn't think of this, but she said the obvious. You need to burn that damn body right now, which they should have burned that body as well as never had chopped it up inside that damn building. But anyway, I was with her on that. But the one thing that they was slipping on is Busboy was in the damn bushes and he saw them taking the body out to burn it. So I'm thinking maybe that's why he tied Donna up to find out that information. And Jim is going to be shocked when he finds out Donna knows they killed one and burnt it and didn't say anything. So I don't know. Old Randy and Jim, nosy as hell. I think they're going to end up causing a civil war. Vic has been leading up to something bad happened before. And some people tweaked out, went crazy, killed some people or whatever. So I think they've been saying that to prepare us for it happening again. Now, Jay does seem like somebody that's a little off balance, but at the same time, I look at him as maybe being frustrated. And he just sold his company, got money. He was partying when he came there. He's still young, good looking. He's probably like, I need to get the hell out of here. I got money and people to do. So I definitely think that that's what his problem is. And I mean, hey, I'd want to get the hell out of here too if I'm rich. And now I'm stuck here broke in these damn clothes in this town. That would be heartbreaking, devastating, to say the least. So, you know, I don't know. We see that one thing that was interesting about this episode to me is that Vic's mother went to the tower when he showed that picture, which made me think, well, what happened to her and what happened to Boyd going to that tower, because either she didn't make it when Vic was a kid or she never came back. Either one is bad for him. So I'm wondering what happened that allowed Boyd to come back. Maybe that blood is your blood stuff helped. Maybe the old dude saw Vic's mom before. I mean, he's dead now, so it's hard to get some answers from him. But it's just a little another question that made it a little more interesting to me in as far as that tower. And I don't know, man. Boy, when he was talking with Sarah, she was saying she wanted to be helpful. She wanted to go back out there. And he said, well, we went out there far enough and it put our ass right back here. And she's saying, so what, we give up? No, I'm not saying that, but, you know, we got to wait a second and think a little more. And I think that the biggest problem with everybody there is poor communication. Poor communication. Yeah. Looks like the Denver Nuggets are the new NBA champions. Congrats to the Joker, Jokic, putting on a display. Basketball brilliance. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm about to wrap this up. I appreciate everybody for coming and watching live. I will have the stream, ready for everybody. So I appreciate all the support, everybody coming live, all of the good stuff. I hope everybody have a good night. Shout out to my girl Gina. Let me get to some of these comments before we get out of here. What's up, Miss Jocelyn? You say it's a wrap. Denver Nuggets and Jimmy Butler. We have an opening on our Houston Rockets team. We need help bad. Jimmy, yeah, right. Jimmy Beans. I still can't believe the Bulls gave Jimmy Butler up, but Zach LaVine ain't bad, but he ain't no Jimmy Butler. But anyway, appreciate it. This episode, another good episode. I'm interested to see how it all turns out for Sarah and Donna. I don't see how Busboy is going to be able to get away with tying her to a tree to interrogate her and then just walk around like, oh, well, there's nothing wrong. Make me a salad. And I don't know how they eat all that salad with no dressing. I need some French dressing on mine anyway. Yeah, definitely a good episode. And I'm interested to see what's happening with these dreams. Are the dreams going to stop now that they burnt the body? Did the dreams have a relation to that? I'm not sure. You let me know what you think in the comments. And I don't know. Now that they got Freddy, all they need is Jason, and they got all the monsters in that damn hood. Monster Hood. That's the name of that neighborhood, Monster Hood. Big Bird. I just saw that article. I was thinking about doing a story on that. It's a new article that just came out that I saw, I think today actually, or yesterday, that Jimmy Butler is Jordan's son. I do not know, of course, but I don't think it is. I don't think so. I mean, Jordan's other two kids couldn't ball. They couldn't make it to the NBA, rather, I should say. They can play basketball probably better than the average person. But with that being said, I don't know. I think that Jimmy Butler is not his son, but the way he's been playing and willing his team, I can see why that rumor was started. But I do not know. Damn, Kitty, you say French dressing, and you fancy, huh? And you fancy, huh? I need French done, nail done, everything did. For French dressing and ranch dressing, everything did. I need that French, baby. Oh, we outside of boom, a little French dressing on there, mon ami. Yeah. You say they look like each other? Man, I was looking at that. You know, when your mind thinks something, it can be. So if you start thinking they look alike, or he could be the son, you'll start to see similarities. Me personally, when I looked, I don't think they look alike. Other than being black men, and tall, I don't think they look alike. Anybody think Jimmy Butler and Michael Jordan look alike? Put a 1B for Butler. Put a 1B. If you think they don't look alike, put a 2B. Or not 2B. That is the question. Anyway, I'm going to have to do a sports show tomorrow. Congratulate these big nuggets. Gotta protect the McNuggets. Alright, y'all. I'm up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. All the support. Definitely been great. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. And I'm out.